Hello, dear friends. In 1942, during the Battle of Stalingrad, tank builders in Sverdlovsk decided to form their own Ural tank unit. The newspaper Ural Worker published an article on January 16, 1943, titled "Tank Corps, Above Plan." Workers at Ural factories pledged to exceed their quotas for military production and to contribute a portion of their earnings to equip the Corps with combat vehicles, weapons, and uniforms. A letter was sent to Moscow. Expressing the noble patriotic desires of the people of the Urals, we ask you, Comrade Stalin, to allow us to form a special volunteer Ural Tank Corps. On February 24, 1943, a reply telegram arrived. Your proposal to form a special volunteer Ural Tank Corps is approved and welcomed. Orders have been given to assist you in selecting command personnel. Joseph Stalin. After receiving this telegram, military registration offices were flooded with people eager to fight in the volunteer corps. More than 100,000 factory workers alone, who were exempt from conscription, signed up. There were 12 applicants for every spot. The draft boards selected 9,660 men to form the future personnel of the Tank Corps. Funds were collected throughout the Urals for the Corps' fund. Over 70 million rubles were raised. With this money, military equipment, weapons, and uniforms were purchased from the state. On March 11, 1943, the Corps was officially designated the 30th Ural Volunteer Tank Corps. It comprised 202 T-34 tanks, 7 T-70 tanks, 68 BA-64 armored vehicles, 16 Su-122 self-propelled guns, 8 Katyushas, artillery, and mortars. The 30th Ural Volunteer Tank Corps also had another name, given to it by the Germans, the Black Knife Division. Black Knife was the popular name for the 1941 model army knife, which was produced during the war by the Zlatoust tool plant. It is a so-called finka, with a straight, single-edged blade, a wooden handle with an iron guard, and a wooden scabbard. The handle and scabbard were coated with black lacquer, while the iron fittings of the scabbard and the guard were blued, hence the knife's nickname. German frontline intelligence immediately took notice of these knives in the equipment of the Ural tank crews. Soviet soldiers were aware of their nickname and took pride in the fact that the enemy had singled out their tank corps from among many others. Wehrmacht soldier Berg wrote the following about the soldiers of this corps in his frontline diary. The Ural devils have appeared before us again. We know them all too well from previous battles. They are tenacious and fight even when severely wounded. The Corps saw its first action on July 27, 1943, participating in the Battle of Kursk as part of the 4th Tank Army. After 3 months of fighting, the 30th Ural Volunteer Tank Corps was reorganized into the 10th Guards Ural Volunteer Tank Corps. On November 18, 1943, its units and formations were ceremoniously presented with Guards banners. The first hero of the Soviet Union in the Tank Corps was Grigory Sergeyevich Chesak, a tank commander of the 61st Guards Sverdlovsk Tank Brigade, who destroyed 3 Tigers in a single battle. The 10th Guards Tank Corps fought its way from Ural to Prague, covering more than 5,000 kilometers. That's all for today. If you liked the video, please support it with a like and subscribe to the channel. Bye for now. See you next time.